What's up, team? Brandon Rahi here at Go Headquarters with another full breakdown for today's workout. We've got a fun one today, a lot of dynamics in the warm-up. We've got the overhead squat in a single arm fashion with the dumbbell today, so that's a fun one. And then we've got a long 20-minute AMRAP to end this one. So let's kick things off with a Tabata clock. So your Tabata timer should go 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, and then 10 seconds off. So we've got 8 different moves coming at you in the warm-up. So you're gonna do 20 seconds of each of these. Alternatively, if you felt like getting outside today and it's nice out, you could just pick some distances for some of these tasks and do some of these things for distance and reps outside as well. So task 1 is gonna be just your classic jumping jack. Task 2, Frankenstein kicks. So straight arms, shoulder height, kicking the opposite arm with a straight leg, right? Step 3 is going to be skipping. Yes, you can do this in place or with actual locomotion. Then we're going to do butt kickers. So I like to put my hands on my butt and then I'm going to run in place or distance, flicking my heels to hit my hands. Then we're going to do high knee running. So now we're worried about picking our knees up to the front. Then we're going to go into burpees. Dang it. At-home workouts always have burpees, don't they? So chest and thighs to floor, hands overhead when you come up. We're gonna go into our classic air squat. So feet are shoulder width apart, hips back and down, knees out. And then our last move, guys, mountain climbers. So driving these knees towards the arms. If I can tap the arms, that's great, or even send them through. That's awesome. So those are your 8 moves for the warm up. And I need a minute. Then we're gonna warm up more specifically to your overhead squat because that strength is coming up soon. So we're gonna take a single dumbbell. If you have multiple weights, I would start with something light. Let's warm into this thing. So we're gonna do 2 rounds of 8 per arm, single arm, strict press. So at the bottom, I'm tapping my shoulder. At the top, what I want you to think about today is sending your arm back behind your head a little bit. So normally I wouldn't emphasize that, but that's gonna come in handy later during the single arm overhead squat. So 8 per arm. Then we're gonna mobilize our hips and legs. I'm gonna go down into the bottom of my squat. Hands to shoes, elbows are inside the legs. I'm gonna anchor my left side out while I push my right knee out 5 times in a row. And as I press that out, I'm feeling some stretches through my hips and my groin. So I'll do 5 on that leg and then freeze that leg and then turn my attention to the other one. So then 5 the other side. So 2 rounds, 8 strict shoulder presses with that behind the head emphasis. If you want to go heavier on round 2 there, that is cool and helpful. And then 5 per leg knee push-outs. Then for strength, so this is not a Metcon, we're gonna go 5 rounds of 10 per arm single arm overhead squats. That means you're doing 20 squats on the legs per set times 5 sets. My math says that's 100 squats coming at you. But half of those will be right arm, half of those will be left arm. And we're gonna pair that with 15 leg lifts. So your single arm overhead squat. This could be done, guys. If you have a barbell, feel free to just crank out 20 traditional overhead squats. So I'm gonna take my single dumbbell though. I'm gonna get this thing locked out. That full extension is key to this. And I'm gonna get my normal squat stance. So heels are, shoulder width apart, knees are turned out slightly. Now you're gonna notice from this view that my arm is going pretty central to my body. It is not out to the side. It's gonna stay really close above my spine. My free hand is gonna swim around here for balance. Mine tends to go forward in front of me about chest or shoulder height. That gives me good balance. But then still hips back and down, knees out, I'm below parallel while my arm is straight, and then standing up. So I'm gonna do all 10 on that arm before switching to the other side, all right? Now for every set that you do of overhead squats, guys, we're gonna drop to the floor, recover from that, and we're gonna do just 15 classic leg lifts. So hands under the butt, lock the knees, point the toes, and then lift your legs 90 degrees. The straighter the leg, the better. This isn't as pretty. Okay, so 5 rounds there. Then, we're gonna need a 20-minute timer for our 20-minute AMRAP. We're gonna need a box, a bench of some kind, a really stable chair, something to do step-ups on. If you don't have something to do safe, stable step-ups, I just want you to do lunges, okay? It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're gonna be doing 20 step-ups, you'll do 20 lunges. But I want single leg work is the idea. So 20 minutes, as many rounds as possible of 20 step-ups, 100-meter run, 20 air squats, 100-meter run. So again, if you guys are taking this outside, what would be cool is you have step-ups on one end, do your step-ups, run 100 meters approximately, do your 20 air squats, run back. And that's a round, right? That way you're just going back and forth on those distances. So 20 step-ups. I like an alternating leg pattern. So I do a right cycle and then a left cycle. So left leg up first, left leg comes down first, then back to the right cycle, right leg up first, right leg down first. So 20 total there, 100-meter run, then 20 air squats. So make sure we're getting below parallel here and then full extension at the top. You can do those as fast as you want. This can be a speedy one because it is light. So here's the way to scale this up, guys. If you are inclined to go heavy on things, make things more challenging, two main options today. Number one, and this is my actual recommendation because Murph is coming up, is to wear your weight vest. So if you're used to wearing a weight vest on things, wear your weight vest on this workout and that will change things. The other option, of course, would be to carry dumbbells for the step-ups or the lunges, and then or the air squat. It could be turned into a goblet squat or a front squat. But here's what I don't want, guys. I don't want you to go so heavy that you aren't pumping out extremely fast rounds. If it's heavy enough that it slows you down and that your air squats aren't fast and unbroken, you've gone too far with it and you need to scale back. So I do expect those 20 air squats to be done lickety split and unbroken every time, okay? So hit that AMRAP really hard, guys. Great job this week. We will see you next time. Stay safe.